Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's topic is very close to heart, close to what I'm experiencing, and it's about the importance of knowing how to be alone. So get comfy because I got a lot to say about this one. I kind of want to grab my mic actually. Today we have our first guest. Her name is Jessie, and she's very excited to be here while I talk about the importance of being comfortable with being alone. There's many layers to this topic, I feel like, that I would love to cover today. No, wait. I hope you guys don't mind that I'm like relaxing because this is a very chill conversation with a friend. Treat it like a chill conversation with a friend. This topic hits really close to heart because I am currently home for summer from college after experiencing my first year of independence and freedom and hanging out with people, being with somebody in the room genuinely 24/7. And I'm an extrovert, so that was like heaven for me. And meeting new people every single time you leave your room, like that was just, guys, like I just really loved college. And I remember just dreading moving back home because I knew I wouldn't have that many social interactions when I'm at home, because I knew it would be a lot slower, it would be a lot quieter and chiller and more peaceful, which is a good thing. But as someone that's so used to now always being with friends and going on side quests and studying together and just having so much to do, going from that to me now just kind of here, like obviously I have friends, obviously I have my family, but it just gets to a certain extent where there's some things that I want to say that I don't know if I can have that conversation with those around me. So I'm having this conversation with you guys because I know there's someone out there who understands what I'm going to talk about today. Basically, I'm lonely. I feel pretty lonely right now, and I don't like the fact that lonely is usually associated as with something negative. When people say that, it sounds sad, okay? But as someone that has been in therapy for a little bit over a year, I realized that there is no good or bad emotions. We need all of our emotions. I'm not sure if loneliness is considered an emotion, but it's definitely like a feeling. And all feelings are valid. All feelings are necessary. And loneliness is just another one of those feelings that we have to experience in life sometimes. Yes, it's hard. Yes, it's a little like loneliness. Yes, like I'm sad, but it does not mean a bad thing. At least that's how I'm trying to look at it. I want to make a separate video about positive mindset because that's like my specialty. Not to brag, but I love being positive. And I think that loneliness is necessary sometimes for all of us to experience. Here's my take on relationships, because a lot of people tend to get into relationships to avoid the feeling of being lonely. I personally don't resonate with that, just because I have really high standards and I really don't want to settle for someone just so that I don't feel alone. I want to feel so lonely, and I want to max out on loneliness to the point where I genuinely don't care what other people do to me because I'm totally okay with my own. I want to become my dream self, not for someone else, but just so that as somebody that is literally me, it's nice to spend time with myself. I want to become a person that is nice to spend time with, and that is one of the reasons why I want to become a better version of myself every single day. I want to be comfortable with being on my own. I want to be comfortable with going places alone, just being in my own company. I think that we develop our character the most when we have that spare time to just reflect, and you don't have that time when you're always out with someone. That's why I'm thankful for this filler episode summer that I'm kind of experiencing right now, because when I'm off at school, there's just so much going on that sometimes I don't even have enough time to process or just think everything through. So that's why my journal is literally on my nightstand right now. I've been journaling so much this summer, just processing everything that has happened in the past year, reflecting, asking myself questions, looking at my photos, reflecting on how I was feeling in certain moments. Maybe I didn't notice that in the moment. And I think that's really important personally. I think it's a huge part of character development and of self awareness and of just learning more about yourself to become somebody that you want to spend more time with. Because that way, other people will want to spend more time with you as well. I feel like also being comfortable with being by yourself also helps you attract more people into your life because of the law of detachment. You're detached from what other people are going to do or say to you because you are okay with being on your own. And yes, I understand that humans are social beings. We are made to be with someone. We cannot function on our own in like our whole lifetime. Like we need there to be someone, and I totally feel that as well. I do feel like the part of like there is a part of me that is considering loneliness as a negative thing because I wish I was in a relationship, or I wish I was closer with my friends, or I wish I was going out every single day. And that's okay. That's literally okay. We are all experiencing those things. We are human. It is a human thing to want to be social because we are social beings. So I learned that in AP Psych. We are social beings and we do need someone there for us all the time. However, I also think that obviously the love that we get, the love and attention that we get from other people cannot be replaced with anything that we can ever do to ourselves, that we can ever give ourselves. But I do think there is some value in spending some time alone just to kind of reflect and take that time to think about what you really want and who you really want to become and who you want to be with, most importantly, because your circle affects you. Who you're friends with, how they make you feel, how much they support you, who you're dating is insanely important because it will shape who you become as time goes on. So that's why I have pretty high standards, and that's why I've been keeping a pretty small circle recently because not everyone makes the cut. Not everyone makes the cut. Speaking of feeling lonely in a room full of people, for example, loneliness comes from lack of deeper connection. So, for example, if you are out and you still feel lonely in a room full of people, that just means you have to pay attention to who you are out with, because most likely you are just not feeling super close to the people you are with, and that's okay. I'm like praying I'm recording right now. I don't remember if I pressed record. But yeah, just noticing those little things, noticing those thoughts, that loneliness is just a sign of lack of deeper connection, and that's okay. Like sometimes we have those moments. It's not all the time. I think letting yourself experience that is the best thing you can do for yourself. Do not try to avoid your own emotions because they are not going anywhere. They are going to be processed one way or another. You just have to learn how to do it in a healthy way. I feel like people who are consistently going from relationship to relationship to relationship potentially, I'm not saying this applies to everyone, but potentially are not comfortable enough to spend some time alone. Especially if you've been dating in high school from like a young age, you've always been surrounded with people like going out with friends, sports, extracurriculars, school, all of that fills your time. And when you're a teenager, you kind of get adjusted to that lifestyle. And whenever there isn't enough to do and you have some spare time, it just becomes hard to spend time alone after you already got adjusted to always being with people. And that's okay, but it's just important to be self-aware about that and make sure that you're in a relationship with someone because you actually want to be in a relationship with that person and not because you're feeling lonely and you just don't want to be alone. because being with somebody just because you're lonely is actually probably the worst thing you can do to someone else. So let's not do that. Spend some time alone. Meh, meh, meh. Paying attention to why you feel lonely and what is the best thing you can get out of it. Just ask yourself, what is the best thing I can get out of this feeling of loneliness? It does help us learn a lot about ourselves, and most importantly, it teaches us how to be comfortable on our own, where we are not dependent on other people to fulfill us and consistently entertain us. Because there are moments when you might even want to be alone once you know you're comfortable with being by yourself. Yeah, that's my take. I just think it's really important for everyone to sit there with this feeling and just experience it. Whoever told you it was negative, even if it's like the social stereotype, it's not necessarily negative. We put labels to our own emotions. We, in our minds, by ourselves, pick whether happy is good or happy is bad. I just like to look at it from the perspective of every emotion is necessary, and whenever we feel an emotion, whether we want to or not, it's just important to let yourself feel it and let yourself experience that for as long as it needs to be felt through. I think the biggest advice about life that I can give to literally anyone is just to learn to listen to yourself. Learn to be more self-aware and pay attention to how you feel around other people. Learning to listen to yourself, it builds self-trust, it builds confidence, it builds self-love. So many things come from listening to yourself, guys. I actually literally just listen to yourself and that will give you the answer. If you feel a little bit lonely, let yourself feel a little bit lonely. Journal. Watch your favorite movie. Cry. Crying is so good for you guys. Like, people who don't cry scare me because how much are you holding in? I cry so easily. I cried at Toy Story 5 the other day, probably like 3 times. Just because I'm an emotional person. I'm a human being, and that's fine. We're all human beings. So let's not judge here. That's what I had to say about loneliness. Also, I hope you guys like my outfit because I'm really proud of it. Like, I'm wearing these jorts that I cut myself and then this shirt from Brandy. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Kind of just being a little bit vulnerable on here. I feel like making this video is more therapeutic for me than for whoever is watching it. But I hope you liked it. If you got to this moment in the video, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Bye. I'll see you guys in the next video.